This could be a total waste of my time, but I'm broke. And I make money by building and selling things. Since I have no money to invest into the materials to build something, I gotta figure out another way to do this. So here's the challenge. Can I take $0 and just some junk I found on Facebook Marketplace and turn it into a profit? I know exactly what I want to build because it's one of my most profitable projects. So let's get to work. When I got there, there was way more wood than I expected, but luckily the guy said I could take whatever I wanted and leave the rest because there was no way I was going to fit all of this into my car. But that's when I ran into my first problem. This wood is definitely pressure treated. Not ideal, and I kind of suspected that when I saw the ad on Facebook Marketplace, but being here in person definitely confirms it. I almost bailed on the whole thing, but I figured since I was there, I might as well just take some of this wood. I'm sure I can make something out of it, even if the profit is lower. So fingers crossed, because if this doesn't work, I just wasted a bunch of my time, and time is money. So once I got home, it was time to unload the car and take all of the nails out of this wood. This was old decking that had been nailed down, not screwed, and it was all 2x material, which led me to think that this wood was very old. Now, normally I would use this tool right here to remove all of the nails. It's called the air locker. It shoots the nails back out using compressed air. Highly recommended if you do a lot of work with reclaimed wood. But unfortunately for me, I ran into problem number 2. My air compressor wouldn't turn on. After 10 years, this thing finally quit on me, so now not only was I broke, but I was $150 in the hole. Not going good so far. So with that, I decided to just grab my hammer and knock these nails out. We'll get an air compressor later, not going to worry about it. And honestly, swinging a hammer is pretty fun. I always forget how much I enjoy that. I should probably do it more often. So once all the nails were out, I had a decent pile of usable wood. Some of these boards had some rot on the end, but that's not a deal breaker. We can just cut that off and chuck it. This wood is still super solid. Old as hell, but solid. One of my favorite things about building farmhouse tables is that they're so simple to build and still real rewarding. When you're done, you feel like you really accomplished something. I feel like this is the perfect beginner project because it gives you some sort of achievement when you're done. It's not some little stupid trinket bullshit that nobody's ever actually going to buy. These sell. I've been making them for years and they always do well, and it's always a good profit. Now, because I only had a certain amount of wood, I had to let the size of these boards dictate the size of this table. If you're building a farmhouse table, anywhere between 6 to 8 feet is the typical length, but you could really do it any size you want, and they're usually about 3 feet wide. Once the top was all cut to length, I took some of the leftover boards and used them to make my aprons. I just ran them through my table saw to rip them to 4 inches wide. And that brings me to problem number 3. When I was over picking up all that wood, that guy had a bunch of 4x4s that were from the deck too, and I was wishing I had grabbed some of them. I don't know what I was thinking, but I left them all behind, and they would have been perfect for the legs for this table. I thought about driving back over, but that would waste another hour of my time. So I decided to go behind my workshop and check out my hoarding pile of trash I've collected throughout the years. If you're into making things, you probably have a pile of trash hoarded somewhere that you use occasionally too. Always check that pile. So, lucky me, I completely forgot that I had these old table legs off a table I picked up, I think a couple years ago, honestly. Quick tip, if you see old junky tables on the side of the road or on Facebook Marketplace for free, grab them, throw them in your car, and use those legs on future builds. If you look up table legs like that, they are not cheap, and people throw them out all the time. These ones right here were solid wood, and they fit the whole vibe of this farmhouse table perfectly. They attach with these 2 bolts right here, so I just cut some angled blocks to go in the corners of the aprons and glued and screwed them into place. Then I could drill some holes through them, and then you can just bolt these table legs right on like so. Alright, so this is always the scariest part, flipping the table over. I had nobody to flip this table with me, so I just dragged it out into my driveway and went for it. I'm always scared that the legs aren't going to hold, but thankfully they did. Time to sand and seal this thing. Sanding reclaimed wood is my favorite part about working with reclaimed wood. It's like this big reveal of how beautiful the wood is.
That's what she said!
Anyway, the cracks and the weathering in this wood gave this tabletop a ton of character. Again, this is pressure treated, so I'm going to have to sell this as an outdoor table. I personally don't want pressure treated wood in my house, so I'm going to make it very clear in the ad, but I do think it would make for an awesome front porch table. So obviously the apron and the legs don't match and look like shit, so I was going to have to paint these. I originally was planning on painting them white, but I don't have any white paint and I don't want to spend any money, so I went ahead and grabbed this charcoal paint that I've had for a while. At first, all the paint looked purple, and I thought maybe the paint was bad or just not stirred enough or something, but as it dried, though, it got darker and darker until it gave this really nice charcoal look, which matched really well with the top of this table. I sealed this tabletop 3 or 4 times, but I won't bore you by showing you all of that. And I used Helmsman Sealer by Minwax. I really like it. Alright, it's time to sell this thing. Normally when I do a custom farmhouse table, I sell them for anywhere between $750 and $1,500. But since this is going to be an outdoor only table, I figured I'd put $500 on it and see if I could get a bite. I'll be back in 1 week to let you know how it went. See you then. Alright, well, it's been a week. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten a comment or a message, nothing. Nobody's interested, which is definitely a bummer. Luckily, I have a barn behind me that I can store it in while I work on some other things, and hopefully down the road we'll get the sale, but as of right now, nothing. Hello, I'm back. Good news. Somebody bought the table. They didn't want to give me the full $500, which is fine. I built this table for nothing. But I did get $400. They love the table and they're gonna put it on their front porch. I guess I could have held out for more money, but I was ready to move on, so I decided to take it. So in the end, I turned $0 and about 4 hours of work, not including driving to get the wood, of course, into about $400. Not bad. If you like this kind of video where I took $0 and made a bit of a profit, check out this one. See here, 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 one of these. Oh, and subscribe. Thanks, love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, see you again, and have a good dream.